9 losses in 12 for Liverpool Football Club. Surely the manager has to go. It's getting worse and worse and worse. LFC Focus Show. Your boy Man Like Matt, Ends and Ram. Let's get into this, people.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Ain't free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, we the best, we come again. Kopish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-ish. This is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is blessed outside of football. Hope you're all good. Hope everyone is all good, man. Listen. Guys, before we get into anything, I just want to say, I want to make sure as well that our panelists, Ram and Ends, make sure you show them respect and love. You know what I'm saying? We got the mods in the building as well. You know how this thing goes. If we see any disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to get taken out. You get me? Also, people, make sure you subscribe. Make sure, you like the video as well, because there's too much time you guys don't like the video. I don't want to keep saying it. You guys need to do that more. People, we are on, I think it's 39.5K as well. We are nearly at 40K. Help us get there, chat. We would really, really appreciate that. That was one of the milestones that we actually set for the beginning of the season. So if you could get us there, people, enough love. But yeah, man, welcome to the show. Ram Ends, LFC Focus Show. You know how we do. Guys, I'm going to be honest. This feels like Groundhog Day, man. Seriously, it's the same thing, bro.
Rinse and repeat the conversation, man.
Yep. How many times we have to do this, guys, on a real thing?
You're gonna copy and paste last week's show, bro. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be the same old shit, man.
Do you know why this one is probably even worse? Like this result, the Forest one, you can go look. We ain't beating them in it. We drew last season. We lost to them. You kind of go, okay, it is what it is. They are sitting in 19th. Whatever in it, but to lose to PSV, bro, in the manner and fashion we did yesterday is diabolical. Like, look, yes, we want the manager out, but some of these players need to hold smoke. Nah, some of these man, because I saw yesterday Virgil tried to get man sacked, bro. That's what I saw yesterday.
It's like Liverpool v Blackburn.
I said this.
Legit.
I said this.
Nah, that was deep. And you know what, guys? I still haven't seen the fourth goal. So as soon as the third goal happened, I jumped off stream, and I was just like, I'll just prep for my stream. And then my phone went off, and then I saw a fourth goal, and I was like, interesting. I still don't want to go and look at that because I did see a still scrolling through TikTok. I saw someone put a still up, and the still showed us all like on the goal line. And I'm like, what happened? Why is I could just see red shirts. I didn't try and listen. I didn't want to know what happened. I saw a line. So maybe you guys need to tell me, but I'm not going to watch it. I promise you, I'm not wasting my time to go and watch that. Why is all of our players in a line? Just standing like they might as well all been in the goal. I swear I saw some guys like on the line as if they were going off the pitch.
Oh, you're talking about the one where, do you know how ironic that is? Because I think it's where we get countered, and like I think Curtis Jones is like slightly further back, and there's like an overview. Let me see if I can find the picture. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It looks mad.
Some of these men have to hold smoke though, man. I know the manager's gonna hold smoke from you guys today, myself. And I'm sure from the chat, but some of these players are taking the piss now.
Oh no, not Ends not for me. Those players. I'm sorry, you don't lose 4-1 and blame it all on the manager.
Yeah, they're taking the piss now. Some of you man are, and obviously we'll keep it as respectful as we can, and we're not going to attack the person, but we're talking about your performance this season, and particularly this game. If we isolated it down to this game, some of you guys, honestly, man, like. I heard Curtis Jones talk about the badge, and when we got the badge on our chest and we'll keep fighting. Cool. But most of you man ain't doing that, bro. Most of you man, I have players in the team that I really like, and more so, not more so than I just think, that I like that type of player. I like everyone in the squad, but that's my type of player. But I can only vouch for Szoboszlai this season. Gravenberch is my guy, Kanate is my guy, Virgil Sat, but I can only hands down say Szoboszlai has tried everything. I can hands down say I've seen this guy work. He runs, he tries to tackle, he scored, he's assisted, he's played in positions he doesn't want to play in and just do it for the team. The rest of these guys, though, nah, this is crazy.
Just quickly, and just quickly, have you ever played a clip of Twitter? Like it's like an interview. Do you know if you get copyrighted for that? Like
it all depends, in it, bro. It's just the risk factor you take when you think about it. I will risk it sometimes, but I don't know a particular one where you can, and then you go, all right, that will. I just don't bother with it. Don't risk it.
Yeah, it's Jones that wanted to like.
Because it gives you context in it, his mannerisms.
Because guys, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would have probably seen the quotes, but I wanted you to kind of see his expression as well when he's speaking and how we saying it, like because. But it's too risky.
Yeah, not worry. But I know I feel like it should be fair use in terms of like we are reacting to it. Should be fine, but.
I just looked at I just literally looked at the fourth goal, and I know what you mean. Ends. I think it's Curtis Jones, the ones that's on the goal line, but I think he was covering for a runner called Pepe. I think it was Pepe was on the back post, so he was covering that run, and there's just no one covering the man on the edge of the box. You know, it is so it's just a shambolic. It's shambolic, man. Everyone was all over the place. Kirkes, I can barely see. Kirkes was meant to be tracking back for his position, and he was nowhere to be seen when they scored the goal, bro. So it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Gravenberch at centre back as well. I'll keep saying it again and again. Grav, I've called him the young Frank Rijkaard, but that don't mean you play him at centre back, bro. That's just taking the piss. Taking the piss.
You see, yesterday. So let's cut you. I'm gonna stay there. I'm just gonna say this. Yeah. Yesterday wasn't just we lost another game. Yesterday was another battering. Like we got punched up again, and we got punched up against City away from home. Now, City can do that to anybody, even on their best day. So you kind of got, all right, I don't know how to take this on, but we got moved to. That should never happen, right? So we're like, all right, cool. You moved to Nottingham Forest. Sorry, Nottingham Forest moved to us at our ground, punch us up, badly, nose bleeding, broke up eyes. And then we go PSV. PSV come to Anfield. And they do exactly what Forest done, but it actually feels worse. They pieced us up bad. You're telling me this is the same manager that got so much right last year has to suddenly just doesn't know what he's doing. You know why I think everyone is actually even more so annoyed? It's because we can all see what needs fixing. He's refusing to change. It's that stubbornness. It's that whole, we're going to play total football. I believe in these methods, and I think these methods will work. Ram, Ends, feel free to respond or add to what I said.
For me, do you know what it is? We've done what Nottingham Forest did this season, but we didn't change the manager. We've just changed our philosophy. The one thing that we criticized Nottingham Forest for when they went from Nuno to Ange, the philosophy is wrong. You're going from very defensive and conservative football to high line, expansive, pushing up at the pitch kind of football. That's not your game. You ain't got the players for it.
Yeah.
We've done the same thing. The one thing going into the season was like, okay, we're starting to slowly progress to a more possessive, more more like structured style of football on the ball.
Yeah.
We haven't done that. We haven't done that progressively. We went basically went east, and now we've gone fully west. We've taken the whole 180. And when you do that kind of stuff, it never works because you still got your players that live off the previous system, and you haven't fully embedded the new players in that can help you implement the system that you want to do. So we've just gone, we signed a bunch of players and we've tried to integrate everyone together, and it's not working. And the style of play that we're playing is completely opposite to what we did. So when you combine those two together, you're going to have these run of forms. And the one thing I respect a manager trying to play a different style of football because that's how he sees it fit. But you have to have some brain capacity to be like, going from one style of football to another is not going to change overnight, and it's not going to look good on the field, and it won't get any results at all. And that's what we're seeing. And Matt, just to add on top of it, the last 3 games we lost by a 3-goal deficit. 3-0, 3-0, 4-1. Might as well, on FIFA, might as well should have just forfeited those games. Might as well.
Yeah.
No point of showing up. 2 of those were at home. And do you know what the crazy thing is? Looking back at history, yeah, PSV used to be the team that we used to bad up all the time, like a simple 2-0 win, maybe a lackluster result, and we still get the win. And going to the season, assigning the likes of Isak, Wirtz, Kirkes, and players like that, I was hoping that maybe we'll go toe-to-toe with PSG. Not for PSV to go toe-to-toe with us. PSV.
They didn't go toe-to-toe with us. They broke us up.
Even worse, bro. Even worse. We tried to go toe-to-toe with them, and we failed.
They came to Anfield and said, you man are nothing. You can't stop us.
Do you know when I knew it was going to be a long day for us, yeah? Before kickoff, I remember the camera panned to Perisic here, and he was like, "Them man, yeah." And then I was like, "Wait, so these man come to like match us up? They come to fight, bro." I said, "Okay." And then I saw, all right, now we're moving the ball around. The man them look all right, okay. The football ain't great, but it's not too bad. And then we just we just every time they went on an attack, it felt like they were about to score a goal.
Yeah, they look.
I don't feel safe watching my team when team gets the like. I'm like, we look okay on the ball, but when the other team gets the ball, I'm like,
they look frightening. They look mad dangerous.
3 passes and they haven't shot. And I'm like, I'm seeing us make 150 passes before a shot, but they've made 3 passes and they're in on goal. That don't even make sense, bro. We're making 150, they're making 3. And as I said, I don't want to just crash out on the manager just only today. We know he needs the goal. He's lost it. He's lost it. He's doubting. You know what? He's doubting his own. He's doubting his own philosophy now, because you go through a stage of like, yo, this works. I need to tweak it, get the players I want to get in to make it even better. But now it's like, oh, damn, it's not working. But what do I adjust to? I don't want to go too far away from my philosophy in terms of what Ram said, in terms of we've gone east, fully west now. He doesn't want to go fully the other way back because he feels like, no, this can work. But my guy, you're going to have to. You're going to have to do that if you want to stay here, because you find solutions and how we could play and find formations and stuff like that to get the best out of the team. And then the next game, you go, nah, I'm going to change it back. And I'm like, bro, you have to understand, we're in a crazy position right now. You have to find the way to just be like, we don't lose. It doesn't mean we win, but we just don't lose. Let's just defend for our life and walk out of there with a point and build on it. At least if we can nick a goal, we can win 1-0. This brother is saying, nah, we're just going back to normal. It's like he plays the way he should play in the Premier League. He plays it in the Champions League, and the way he should play in the Champions League, he plays it in the Premier League. I feel like he's just mixed it up and he doesn't realize what he's doing. Like the way we played against Madrid, I'm like, yo, that was good. That can work in the Premier League. because of those teams that we play against. You can't give these fast, nippy, rapid players space like what we're giving them. But for some reason, we was like, no, we can't do that in the Champions League. I'm like, no, in the Champions League, go and play football.
Yeah.
Go and do that. But in the Premier League, bro, you can't allow these men that got fast wingers left and right wing, and you've got players in the midfield that aren't scared and they can pass as well. You're giving them space. You're just giving man free hit. When we play Brentford, Henderson just picking his head up, spraying passes. I'm like, okay, crazy. That's mad. Played Man City, the smallest midfielders. They're technically good. Bernardo Silva, Foden, and they're small guys, but they're technically good. But we just allow them space to pick their head up and play. We did the same against Forest. You know, Gibbs White is telling us like, yo, when we didn't have the ball, we felt calm anyway. Like it was, you know, we didn't feel pressure.
No one's worried about us anymore. That's what happens. We've lost that we've lost that fear factor that we had. Even I saw something, the other day, guys. And actually, before I even get into that, big up my brothers from Icon Barbers, big up Rich, big up V, big up all the man them. I know they're tuning in, but the thing is, they're rivals, all of them. So big them up, but I don't want to speak to you lot. Anyways, one thing I'll say is this now, but big up Icon Barbers and the man them. When I look at last season and even in Klopp's era, we was formidable at Anfield. Teams now, especially Man United, I hate to say it, I don't even admit it, but I think that loss to Man United at home was really the one where everyone started to look at us and go, yeah, right now, Anfield ain't no fortress, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Anfield is just a ground where you can go and collect 3 points now. We never used to be like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think I screenshotted it. Yeah, we had one of the longest. I think here we go. Unbeaten home records. So unbeaten home seasons. Klopp done it for 4 years. I didn't even know this. 4 seasons we were unbeaten at home. Same as Jose Mourinho, who's also done 4 seasons. Ferguson 3 seasons. Wenger 3 seasons. Do you know how mad that is?
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I look at us now and I think, I don't want to play at Anfield. I don't want to play at Anfield because we're going to get tumped up.
I don't want to play anywhere, bro.
You see how we joke about that Virgil aura thing? Like the aura thing for the actual Liverpool, like Anfield was a real thing. Curtis Jones said it best. Like when teams used to come to Anfield, like all our rivals used to be like, I hate going to Anfield, you know. I hate it, bro, because I know what it's like. You guys, the crowd literally are an 11th man. It gets you lot going. You press us. You're aggressive. Like, we can't move. No matter who it is that we put in that starting lineup. You see now, though, all of that's just been undone. And do you know how hard it is to kind of regain that? Because to regain that, in my opinion, you can't just win a game like 1-0 and that. You have to tump up teams and make them know, right, we go there, we're going to get tump up. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how we get that back, guys. And it's a big thing in football. To have that about you, about your club, about when people go to your ground, they feel like they have no chance. Up until this year, people would say Anfield is arguably the hardest place to go to in the Premier League. It's the hardest place to go to. It's either them or us or maybe the Etihad. And now you're going to start putting Arsenal in there as well after what Arteta's been doing the last couple of years. You just don't want to go there.
You know do you know the old saying, Matt? It's like it takes centuries for you to build a city, but it takes 1 day to destroy it.
Yeah,
it's literally that. Remember when Klopp first came in, he was like, and I don't want to go back there, but it has to be said because it was the first time I felt we're actually going to move as a big club. We are going to make Anfield a fortress. That was one of his main aims.
Yeah, I remember him saying,
and he did that. But now, at this moment, Anfield's become a whorehouse. Everyone just penetrating us, left, right, and center.
Bro. Yeah, pause.
Pause, but
pause.
you know
that's
how
that's a pause.
I get it's the truth. Though. It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. Any man could just beat us up there in our own home. Any man. I'm seeing 35-year-old Perisic, bro. Perisic. I didn't know that guy still played football. I thought that guy retired.
I thought he was still at Inter Milan.
I thought he retired, bro.
Perisic is all 48 years old.
Man, I haven't heard Perisic's name since 2018 World Cup, bro. Real talk. You know what I mean?
I just think it's the fight as well. We got rid of the players that gave us a bit of fight. And call it what you want to call it, man. This is why when you speak about certain things and players and people go, nah, no one cares. You don't really need them because you don't see the little intangibles where you can't really put a stat to it. There's certain things in the game you can't put a stat to it. It just works. Trent being here offers up that freedom of his passing range. That's an effect on the team as well. Obviously, you wanted to leave. Cool. Diaz, the ability to not only defend but carry the ball out of spaces where you don't think he should be able to get out of. But just the effect that he has on other players where they're like, we might not think he's good, but the people he's playing against think he's good, and that's what's more important because they fear him instead of what the fans think in that particular moment. Nunes, the ability just to fight, rough man up, running behind. Get toe to toe with the defenders, but he missed a hell of chances. So it is where it is in that one. Which then the knock-on effect is free up Salah because now he's got time on the ball because everyone else around him is doing a maverick madness. The midfield, there was structure. Gravenberch sitting in the 6. Okay, nice. So that means at any given moment, anything breaks, he will clean that up. Soboslai in there as well with the engine. McAllister obviously playing and dictating the tempo in some of the passes that he does. It all offers up. And even like having the ability to rotate Kwanzaa in, another guy that's been at Liverpool for years that fights for the badge as well. Harvey Elliott, another guy that fights for the badge, a Liverpool fan. So that when they step on the pitch, there's a difference in, what it means. And I've heard Curtis Jones touch on it, not once now, twice. I've heard him touch on this twice now. When we lost, what was the game we lost? And he mentioned it. He said, it means a lot more to me because I'm a Liverpool fan. He said that before, and then he backtracked. He's like, I'm not saying obviously it don't mean to the guys, but obviously because I'm Scouse and because I'm and then he touched on it again yesterday, bro.
I think
he
it was
said I'm a Liverpool fan, so it hurt even more, bro. So when you have those type of players in your team and fighting and going in the right direction, and I'm not trying to say we should go and get all of these guys back. That's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is the intangibles that we don't see, and when we're ready to just get rid of players in the team, this is the knock-on effect sometimes where you lose that added edge, that little bit of fight where we might not think the players are good, but the players they're playing against think they're good. And they offer up a lot more than what we think they offer up because the way football is viewed, and that's not for everyone in the chat, is just from what I have noticed. So is the fact that we only look at it in 2 metrics now, and it's goals and assists.
Yeah.
No one cares about whether the performances is good. I'm changing. Not no one, but what I have seen from my personal views is a lot of people don't care about the performances. Is more, okay, if you score an assist, that's where I'll boost you and give you the rating that you deserve. And that's fair if that's the way you want to look at it. But then the flip side of it is this is what you're getting now with how the game is going, especially for our team. And I'll show you the difference in the other teams, like Arsenal now. I don't want to compare them, but I have to. They have those guys now. We lost those guys. They now have those guys on it where they're willing to go run the hard yards. They're willing to work. They're willing to fight. They're willing to when they get on the ball, be a maverick. We have lost that part of our game. And that's why they're able to like eke out these 1-0s and the 2-1s. And if they go behind, they can still rally. And that's what we were really good at last season. Because we was able to bring on our Nusens, let him just run in behind and run into defenders.
Would you say we done it in the first couple of games? I know we weren't playing great, but did you see? It's because it's so far, or what feels like so far gone now. Would you both say in them first 5 games you saw that it's just that the quality of football wasn't great?
No.
Or would you say because what I don't understand is and this is something that I still don't really get. When we was winning those games, yes, we won via last minute goals, but we was nowhere near as bad as how we are now. This is on another scale.
No, Matt, I promise you we was bad. The problem is, like I just said, because we score, because players got assists, and we won the game, your mindset shifts. And that's fine because we're fans of the game. We're fans of football. We're fans of Liverpool, right? So if we win, 9 times out of 10, you'd be like, who cares about the negatives that happen in the game? Sometimes you even blank out things that you was really angry at in the game because we won the game. But when you lose,
no, I hear that. I
you
understand.
can't. And that's what was happening. We weren't playing good in them games. We was not.
No,
from
no,
my
no, no.
point
I
of view.
agree. We wasn't. No, I'm just talking about specifically. This is the both of you. Specifically, the effort, like the endeavor, the aggression. That's got. See, those things are not to do with whether you're playing well. It's just like tangible things that you should be doing. Because my point is this: we weren't playing well. Agreed. And I was just like, bro, we want 5 out of 5. We ain't playing well. We can only get better from him. Remember, we kept on saying this. We can only improve.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, man. I think we can get worse.
All right.
Like, bro, we just hit rock bottom. We don't fight, we don't compete. And last thing I say, Ram, and you obviously feel free to respond, Ram. You see when teams attack us and they do the long ball thing, especially in the Premier. Do you know why they do that? They do that not because Virgil and Ibu are not two of the greatest centre backs. Well, two greatest, but like in the air, like in terms of aerial duels, they're two of the best that you will find. Yeah, it's because they know once they win that header, everyone else around them is not where they're supposed to be. That's a structure issue, and not only that, people don't want to get involved in 50-50s, like what Curtis Jones said, literally yesterday. Literally,
It's crazy. That is crazy. And to be fair to Ends, because I know Ends spoken about certain players and never goes off the GA kind of thing. For me, the way I see it is, it's cool that it's cool. Like, if you're not a fan of the player, and this is what I will not give Slot any when it comes to transfers. People forget about the players that he brought in, because that was on him and that was the board as well. The players that we got rid of, for me, that's on the manager, because the manager goes up to Richard Hughes and Edwards, being like, "Look, to be honest, I don't see myself playing Elliot as many games as he wants. I don't really get along with a Diaz like that. I don't think it's going to work out." He got rid of those players. I'm like, cool. If you want to do that, you're going to have to replace some of their attributes in some way, shape, or form. Whether that be someone that can do the dribbling thing, the jinky majinky that we like to talk about, Luis Diaz. Someone who could do that, who has that passion and that fight to continuously press. If it's for Elliot, you need to find someone that's able to have the technical ability and also be able to fight on the pitch. And for me, yeah, you saw we spent our £450 million, but we didn't buy the assets that we actually needed in the first place, if that makes sense. I think signing the likes of Isak, signing the likes of Ekatike, it hoodwinked us. It fooled us. It fooled us. We got the shiny bright names of all these players, but yet we didn't address the areas that we actually needed to do. And sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and be like, we got too excited about the transfer window.
No. I'm gonna stop you there. Sorry, Ram. I have to do this. This is one thing that we're not gonna do, in my opinion. What we shouldn't be doing. And again, I understand that transfer window we had. Everyone was gassed. We can't now go back and go, "Oh, I was gassed, yeah, but 2-2s, it weren't really the window that I was expecting." Ram, we can't do that. I understand that. One thing I will say is that obviously, in terms of replacing profiles, we never replaced Diaz's profile. Not only that, in terms of Trent, obviously, we knew we was never going to get a right back like that. So Florian Wirtz theoretically was the creative fulcrum for the team. We can't now sit here and do this whole, bruv, you see the players, yeah? I think we put in. We were gassed because we're trying to do that whole thing of like, because it's not working. Yeah, we got the wrong player. Bro, these are quality players.
No, they are.
Ram, last thing I'm gonna say. Sorry, my bro. Last thing I'm gonna say. You put Isak, Wirtz, Ekatike at Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. I guarantee you they're going to go mad. Let's not get it twisted. Arsenal fans will laugh and joke at us, and rightly so. But I promise you, if Arsenal had Isak, he would be going mad. He'll be banging in goals for fun, barring fitness. Florian Wirtz, if he went to freaking Man City instead of Liverpool, I promise you he'll be going mad. We can't do this. The only thing we can say is that we're missing a profile of a Diaz on the left wing and a centre back. But we did speak about that in regards to our amazing summer. I just don't want us to do the whole what we accuse other teams doing, if that makes sense. Like we're doing it ourselves a bit. Don't know if you lot agree with that, but
the reason why I say is because if you had a specific plan for for this team, and certain players had to fit a certain profile, then why aren't you getting the best out of them? If that makes sense. Like if you had a plan to have Flo in the team, if you had a plan to have Alexander Isak in the team or Ekitike, because let's be fair, Ekitike and Isak are both of the same mold. They're both the reason why we wanted Ekitike is because he fit that Isak mold. The reason why Newcastle wanted someone to replace Isak. If we brought all these players in, then what was the plan going into the season with all these players, and why is it not working? Because you had pre-season to sort it out. You've had a couple of months to sort it out. Remember the whole narrative of, you know what, performances aren't really great, but at some point it's gonna click, and once it clicks, it's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But when we click, brother, I don't think people really. I think people understand, but you know this is worse than the Hodgson thing, isn't it?
Oh no, yeah, it is.
You know why? Hodgson didn't have players like this,
and there's mitigating circumstances as well with that.
Bro, we have some. I won't even sugarcoat when I say this. Yeah, we have some of the best players in Europe that other teams would love to having their team. I know they'll do the joke, they'll do the laugh and joke thing and act like, nah, they didn't good enough. Trust me, they would. I'll say it again. For this manager not to be able to utilize this squad is insanity to me. It's actually insane. We can all sit there and talk about how we've got issues. Kirkes is too overly aggressive. I think I got that wrong personally. But also he's getting utilized. Don't make sense. In the wrong way. You've got Virgil and Ibu who are two more than capable centre backs, but now they're starting to make errors. Kind of just go to show you what the vibe is in and around the squad. You're telling me, and that midfield as well that practically won the league. You're telling me that these players now all of a sudden just are nowhere near good enough to even be in the top 4 or top 2. There's only one common denominator, and it's the manager. Like, there's no. I know players will get a bit of blame, guys, but this is all on the manager. All I can say is I am so sorry to anyone that thought I was going mad when I want to say about a month ago, I was still Arnie Slot in. Some people foresaw what was going to happen. No, I'm being real. See me, I'm an honest guy.
On your side as well, bro. So I don't know why.
I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest guy. I didn't foresee this because I didn't think it could get like this. And I think there was a lot of people like me that didn't think it could get like this. We have to be honest. Because you always think more times on the positives. You're always thinking, we're going to get better. We're going to get better. Like, we're not going to stay like this. We've actually gotten categorically worse. I feel like genuinely. Yeah, sorry, Ends. Go on, bro.
Nah, because I was going to say it's the intangibles you guys weren't seeing. That's what it was. You guys saw the shining toys like Isak and Ekitike and Verts and, you know, the idea of we won the league last season as, no, we're definitely going to get this right. And all I'm looking at, for me personally, I was like, but there's no fight, there's no system, there's no style of play. The strikers are not getting opportunities to score goals. We're still playing predominantly to Salah. The defenders are not defending properly. The midfield structure looks all over the place and not adding no protection. The fullbacks look lost in some of the games. They're playing like as 10s than fullbacks, and the wingers are playing like wingers or fullbacks than actually wingers. And I was like, whoa, there's no way we're going to get this right because there's too much to sort out. But that's why I think that's why it took a lot of people to kind of shift their idea and their thought process because of, like we won the league last season and the players we got in. But as I said, the intangibles are what's important, bro. Like those are the things that no one cares about. Those are the things, the metrics, the shiny metrics won't come up and show you. You know, it's going to show you GA goals, expected goals, all of these things, the terminologies that we use now. But the little things like someone in the midfield just being defensively switched on and going, right, where is the danger? Let me sniff out that danger. Let me go and win that tackle. Not having that, and everyone going, oh no, I can attack. I'm because the problem we have, all of our midfielders are capable of doing the attacking stuff and creating goals, but none of them really have that defensive mind in their head. Like, I want to be the one that wins the
But
ball.
McAllister and Gravenberch are more. All right,
No,
they're
but they
forward.
don't have it, Matt. That's the intangible.
No.
They don't have that side of it.
Ends. I know what you're saying. They are
Mm.
forward-thinking players. They are. You're right. However, McAllister and Gravenberch from last year, they understood that they needed to have the other side of the game. Now, it's not natural to them. In fact, I'm going to say something here. It's actually more natural to McAllister. McAllister will actually put a foot in, or he used to. Like, McAllister is quite a doggy type of player, you know?
Yeah.
From last year.
Like, that's every player can tackle, though, Matt. Like,
No, but what I mean is
every
McAllister,
Premier
if I
League
go
player
show you
can
right now,
jockey, show players inside, show him on the outside, show him on his weaker foot. They all can do it.
And just talking about the defensive now, like knowing where to be, positioning,
no, of course,
aggressiveness, and anticipation, everything that makes a top quality defensive midfielder is that's what we're lacking. That's what he's saying. That's what correct me if I'm wrong.
No, exactly that, Ram. And what I'm saying as well is I can see it in games. You know when we all go, I can see McAllister go. I'm like, okay, he's gone. Then I see Gravenberch go, and I'm like, okay. But then I see Soboslai go. I'm like, so not one of you gone. Well, I've got Salah on the right, Gakpo's on the left. The fullbacks are in attacking positions. We've got a striker in the middle. So not one of you have gone, do you know what? There's plenty. We got enough there. You man are good enough. I will stay. I will offer up that position and be the protector in this transition right now, in that moment. None of our players are doing that. We had that last season where Gravenberch stayed. That gives you structure because now there's always someone to intercept, recycle when needs be. At the moment, not one of our midfielders are doing that. In turn, guess what you get? Now, Virgil has to do a lot of defending. Kanate has to do a lot of defending. So now you're like, why is my centre-backs have to do this many tackles in a game? Like, they're competing for way too many duels with a midfield.
Yeah.
They compete, like, honestly, I'm not saying that you should stop them from doing their job or you should overly protect them. Of course, your centre-backs, you got to defend at some point in the game. It's 90 minutes of football. It's Premier League football, Champions League football. You got to defend. You got to do your job. But I'm talking about, I'm noticing them way too much. That means there's no interceptions. They're
too busy. Yeah, they're too busy. I know.
There's no like, oh, no, Virgil, you drop off. I'll deal with this. It's no, Virgil, you defend. Kanate is doing a hell of a lot of defending, bro. I can't lie. I'm noticing him way too much for my liking. And yet again, I don't want to compare teams, but that's the difference between the team at the top currently and the team now. Their defenders don't have to do too much defending at times. Their team does the defending. Midfielders come and do their jobs. And then if they're needed 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a game, I'll do my job. I promise you guys, take a time out now. Go and look at Jules contested tackles for the 2 centre-halves yesterday. And
I know.
How many.
Just quickly, Again, you have to quickly into data and B, This is look at this contrast, though. So Gravenberch this year is winning roughly around the same duels as he did last year, in terms of the percentile, right? Look at the drop-off for McAllister. McAllister was in the 76th percentile. Now he's 53%. He's in the 53 percentile. That's a massive drop-off. That is. That's his. Again, I'll tell you what else. If you go look at McAllister from last year, his progressive passing is still the same, but look at the forward passing. This year is in the 33% percentile. Last year, 76. That is massive, bro. And then look at Gravenberch. Key passes last year, 62.6. This year, 36.2.
That's crazy.
But what is that?
It's because when he was sitting, guess what? He was the one receiving it, punching it between the lines, carrying the ball into the right areas. Now he's in those areas or some next. Bro, I've seen him left, right, like sometimes missing in the game.
Like Cam.
Yeah.
Man playing sometimes as a striker at times. Like, bro,
I'm
what
telling
we
you, his
do?
dad said to shoot more. Like, just random stuff now, guys. We just random stuff
Yeah,
we're
bro.
doing as a team.
Let me get Van Dijk
It's
from
just
this year and last year, and we'll just quickly see the like a quick. Let's have a look. So for Van Dijk, wait, hold on, sorry guys. So forward passes again, Van Dijk 95% percentile compared to last year. No, sorry, yeah, so 95% last year. This year 79. Again, progressive passing. There's actually more progressive passing from him this year. He won more possession last year. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what this stat really means in terms of defensive duel.
can you
But
hover on it and see
brother,
what it is?
16% this year compared to 89.
I think that might be ground jewels.
This is what I'm saying. Again,
Brother, you not see the skill man got on the byline yesterday, bro.
brother,
He was so scared.
16% compared to nearly 90.
And you know why the progressive passes is higher this year? Is because we moved Gravenberch out of there. Because normally he'll play into Gravenberch, he'll turn, and then he'll do the job for that. But now we're asking Virgil and Kanai to play those passes. Can we go?
This tells me he's overworked. Like and I'm gonna get Kanai. No, hey, bruv, no, our centre backs are way too busy. So that's Kanate last year, and then I'm gonna get Kanate this year. All right, so Kanate last year, forward passing around the same, progressive passing ever so slightly better last year. Possession one possession more last year. Duels again higher last year. Aerial duels higher last year. Progressive carries higher. No, sorry, more this year.
Why is
so
it?
He's having to do. So yeah, having to do more.
Guess why? Because I keep telling man, the midfielders keep running away, bro. There's no option. So he has to then do what? Carry the ball. A centre back should have
20% drop off.
No, Matt, a centre back should get the ball past the ball. Get the ball past the ball. Like they're getting the ball and going, oh, I need to play the pass. Or I need to play it long. Or I need to carry the ball. I don't need my centre backs to do that.
Yeah.
You're a centre back. That's not a skill set I look for when I'm buying a centre back, bro. That's why you have midfielders. So now we're do you know what we're giving? We're giving the defenders, the midfielders jobs. Now you need to play progressive passes. You need to have progressive carries. You need to have final third. Nah, why is my centre backs doing all these jobs?
But why would a centre back have a 16% dual rate success? How mad that is! You might as well not be. That's Virgil, you know,
because he's stepping into areas they don't need to step into. Why?
No.
Yeah. Can you guys tell me? You remember there was a moment when Virgil was sprinting down the left-hand channel?
Yep. Yeah.
And Bargeman off. Yeah. That's what my centre back is now doing.
He's had enough. Now
my centre back is winning. He's winning duels, left channels in midfield, and sprinting down the line, and potentially was about to cross it on his left foot. That's what my centre was about to do yesterday.
Oh my, Monts, welcome to the show, my broski. Also, Monts, happy birthday for the other day as well, but obviously I'm not I said you already, but happy birthday for the other day, my bro. Apologies that Liverpool can't even get you a win on your birthday, but I know you're not shocked by
I wanted to be manager for my birthday, but you know.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Monts, I know you watched the game yesterday, bro, and obviously we're just speaking about how now it's going to be an insight where compared to last year, there's stark difference in terms of like, even, you know how we might say things and you're like, no, people just say, you're just saying stuff. The stats back it up. One of the prime stats is like, we look at defensive duels. Now you used to say, once you got to win your duels, yeah?
Of course.
This season, Van Dijk, according to this, is at 16.1. Last year, he was 89.9.
Yeah. And to make that even worse, that's probably come after game week 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Virgil's first 5 games are actually pretty good for Liverpool.
Yeah.
So that drop of edge has actually come in a more condensed period of time, which actually makes it worse. Even worse than what we're seeing on paper. And unfortunately, dragging Van Dijk into wide spaces at this point in his career well, she's like that. That's well, from what I saw in that fourth goal, there's no protection from me anymore for Van Dijk. That he's probably the most protected player, from my opinion, as a Liverpool fan. After that, there's no protection from me. From here on now, you have to earn that back. Not saying over one game it goes because of the 8 years or 7 years he's been here, but I'm saying that I watched you jog as Liverpool's captain to put the final nail in the coffin, man. And seeing that was just sickening, and throwing his arms around, doing the Bruno Fernandes thing that I so love to talk about. So I've got to remain, everyone used to scream at Trent for looking like he wasn't interested. Or how about we say the same thing about our captain? Do you know what I'm saying? And Konate stats over there aren't that much different from last season. He's just not that good. So I think if you look at it now, we could talk about how much our defenders are doing and the lack of support they're getting. Our centre backs are doing too much, and they shouldn't have to do this amount of the jobs that they're doing, and they are out of form. But as I said, dragging Van Dijk into wide areas without the wing back support is suicide, and Konate is just not that good. It's as simple as that.
I know it's very easy to say.
You don't have to agree with me. Konate is just not that good.
No. Obviously, I don't agree with you. But
my opinion about Konate.
And we know what's going here.
Man, I'm acting like I'm saying anything new.
I'm not saying you said that. You said that. I just disagree with you. Like, I think personally, if he was that bad, in my opinion, you can't win.
I didn't say he was bad. I said he's not that good. He's not as good.
Okay. He's not that good.
He's not as good as what you make him out to be.
All right, hear this now. Up until I'd say last season,
Tottenham.
I still, probably Tottenham. I'd say this is where I don't understand why people crash out, because when our system was heavily exposed by Trent inverting and Konate after doing that channel defending, I kind of trying to make people understand he's getting overworked. He's getting overworked now because now there's actually just no structure, and it's the same thing for Van Dijk. What I'm saying is, though, Munch, you could put any centre backs in Liverpool's team right now, and you will probably come up with the same outcome. I promise you, Munch. Any centre back you name right now, and that's only because
even
of
Maldini
manager.
will just get run through, bro.
You could put.
You wouldn't have had yesterday. You wouldn't have had yesterday.
Whoever you want to put, whoever you might think is better, I promise you, when there's no structure, Munch, it doesn't matter who the player is, because the same thing will happen. What it is, when you're not given a platform to show how good you are, this is the problem. We don't have a platform for our players, bro.
I disagree because Konate's been shit. Konate's been bad since January. So, the team.
What you mean after when he got injured and he rushed himself back? I mean, I think it's time to get back. But I think
he's been bad since his return in the Tottenham first leg in the Carabao Cup. He's not been good since then. He's not.
I disagree. I think
he's had good games. He's had good games, but he's not been good. He's not been consistently good. He's just had good games here and there. And that's
Sorry, man. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, I was going to ask yesterday because I know people are probably going to say it was shit yesterday, but him miss-kicking the ball in that moment, I thought he was fine up to that point. I thought he was really good.
I think his first half was good. So
did I, to be fair.
But having a mistake to say he had a bad game yesterday, though.
No. So you see when I
say...
Not you,
I'm saying that's what I know most people will do.
Yeah, but most people will do that because when you're defending at a good rate and you make a mistake that leads to a goal, it adds to his long catalogue of mistakes that lead to a goal.
They got back though, man. They got back around the ball, and if he would have scored directly from that, I'd have been like, him
and Van Dijk looked like they didn't know what to do. Their body.
But what I mean is they got back in a defensive shape where they should have dealt with that moment.
Yeah, but this is the top level of defending. Upamecano does that, and you'll call him shit for it. So why does Konate?
I wouldn't. I'm just saying. Look, if they would have scored directly from it,
if Saliba does that, we're all over it. If Gabriel does that, they get back and he cuts back.
But bro,
we score. We're all over it. Any other defender for any other team does that, we're all over it. We're all over it. We need to stop acting like we're not different. We're not different than any other fan base.
No. What I want to say,
we are treating our players. Yes, we're going to treat our players different because they're our players, but it doesn't take away what it doesn't take away from is the principle that these guys are making errors that we would have crucified and would even put those players to conversations with our own if we mirrored what we are seeing from our own players. I guarantee.
I'm not saying you're wrong in this moment, but what I'm saying is the things that people are using. For an example, miss kicking the ball yesterday. Shouldn't do it. Done it. Happened in the game. Bar that, he was really good. Bar that, but we got back around the player, and we still. I don't know how he was still able to get a shot off with those two. He gave away a corner. They scored from the corner. We blamed him and said he gave away a corner. What I'm saying is these things are going to happen in game. Players are going to give away corners. So every time a player gives away a corner, is that now the player's fault why we conceded from it?
It's not.
No, but what I'm saying, but that's what happened though, Mons. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's the cause of. That's what happened.
It is
gave
what
away a
happened,
corner
but-
yesterday.
but-
They didn't
it is
score
what
from it.
happened,
Would we have said, "No."
it keeps on happening. He's
What
not
keeps
as good as we say he is.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a reason.
Or
these
or
men
we're
are
just
doing way
exposing
too
him too often.
No, here's the thing,
No,
Mons.
no, no, no,
Every
no,
single
no, no,
defender.
you guys
Wait,
use
so
the
Mons, quickly,
excuses.
quickly, Mons. Sorry, one second. Every single defender in world football has a weakness. No one's perfect, right? The
You
whole
didn't
point
say
as a
that.
manager, the whole point as a manager, yeah, you're supposed to hide that player's weaknesses or those deficiencies. Our manager is showing everybody the world. This is the deficiencies they have, and this is how you're going to get at our defenders. This is how you're going to get at our team. For when the manager is actually telling you a blueprint how to get at Liverpool, I keep telling people it don't matter what defender you put there. We can have the best defenders in world football. It won't change nothing. So this whole crash down. Here's the thing. No, wait, wait. If Kanate had this stat, defensive duel 16.1, yeah, but because it's Virgil. And because he's the all-conquering Virgil, no one don't want to do too much. Yeah, but he's been cold for time. I'm sorry, 16% months. You might as well go centre back. I'll be honest with you. You do a better job at channel defending than Virgil.
That's the first thing I
No,
mentioned.
facts.
The first thing I mentioned was Kanate. It was Van Dijk in wide areas at this point, at this moment in time, is a very ordinary centre back, and he's not going to receive any more protection.
All right,
from me.
but
as soon as I mentioned Kanate, everyone wants to argue about it.
No, Mons.
It must be.
But it's
Mons. No. It's not that. What it is though is that if a player is that bad, in my opinion, I think that it would be more. It'll be more blatant. For example, I didn't think we'd be able to win a league with a player that's a bad defender. I just don't think you can do that because you need some.
I didn't say he's a bad defender.
Some type of consistency.
He's not as good as we say.
Oh, you just don't think he's as good.
I think he's quite far off what we say he is. You look at his 10 performance and you look at him as that's our
big up ends. I know ends got to shoot. Big up
ends.
Bless up,
big up, bro. You look at his performances that are 8s to 10s out of 10s. You go, that's our Ibu. But you ignore the 2 out of 10s and go, that's not our Ibu. When realistically, if you're getting 2s and 10s, you're not that good. You're not as good. Well, you're not as good as we say you are. We want 7s consistently, even without the 8s. Consistency. Matip. I'd say Kanate's individual best games were probably much better than Matip's individual best games. But Matip was consistent. Matip didn't have many of the games of the clangers.
Matip's a legend, bro.
The last three games, Kanate swings at the ball, misses the ball, 2-1. There's still a chance to get back into the game. The mistake leads to a goal. Mistake number 1. Again, Kanate's defending a wide area that he has so much experience doing while defending someone like Trent and having to do the running for him. He gives away a needless corner. We concede from the corner. Another goal, another penalty that was actually saved against Man City. Conor Bradley deals with the situation perfectly. Kanate has a brain fart, kicks the ball against Bradley. We concede a penalty. Why do we ignore these things? Is it a likability factor? It must be. It must be likability. Because as soon as he's playing bad, people are blaming the contract as to why he's playing bad. I'm not speaking about
Virgil. Virgil had mistakes last year, But people don't.
I'm not talking about Virgil. Leave Virgil out of this right now. Because if you want,
no, that's fair. But I feel like we have to be consistent and stop crashing on one player when others do the same thing.
I'm talking about Kanai. I'm not talking.
I was doing the same thing, bro.
When I talk about Virgil, I'm not going to use Kanai. We're going to talk about Virgil in a second. I'm talking about Kanai right now. Talking about Kanai, not Virgil. When Kanate was doing Trent's running, even though it was his job to cover for someone who's going to win us games, because that's what Liverpool have done for the last 9 years. Have runners for the players who are going to win us games. Fabinho and Henderson have done it for Salah. Szoboszlai has done it for Trent. Kanate has done it for Trent. But we do it because these are the players that are going to win us games. And they understand that. Henderson has said it himself. I'll do the running because I know that man's going to win us the game. It's not rocket science. Football's not a hard game to understand. So when I say that, I mean, Kanate, people were saying Kanate, he shouldn't be doing Trent's running. That's why he's making mistakes. He's doing Trent's running. No, it's his job to do that because his strength is defending wide areas. One thing I'll never take away from Konate, I think he's one of the best in the world, if not the best, at defending wide areas. He doesn't get any stronger, faster. You can't beat him. You can't beat him to the ball.
But you can't have an over reliance on that much, even if you're good at it.
It's not about
is, bro.
No. It's not about over reliance. When Trent was playing, it was a tactic that won us the league. That contributed to winning us the league. If you're talking about his intelligence and his actual mind as a defender, it's very much average. His actual intelligence as a defender is average. His physicality, he's top 1% in physicality. You couldn't probably name me a centre back stronger and faster than him. Maybe you could name me 5 centre backs stronger and faster than Konate. Probably that's
so all you're basically saying is that he's just an athlete. He's not really a defender.
No. He's more of an athlete than an intelligent defender. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make him a bad defender, because if you can utilize physicality and not make him have to do too much in terms of using his head, then you have a world-class defender. If you can nullify what he doesn't thrive at. But in this system, this crap system that makes everyone look crap, by the way, it's not just Konate's fault. We're just having a conversation about Konate. It's exposing what he has to do up here. Van Dijk is being exposed what he has to do in terms of engaging, because he can't engage properly anymore. Van Dijk can't do that anymore. That's why he's being found out, and rightly so. And we're going to speak about that. But when it comes to Konate, this fan base and yourself are very guilty of branding him as something he's not. He is not Joel Matip. He's stronger and faster than Joel Matip. But Joel Matip will always be a better defender than him because he can defend in more situations. Konate defends well in certain situations because
Matip's just a better defender, though. He's better, though. I know what you're saying. You're right, though. I've never disagreed. I promise you, I've never once said Konate is better than Matip. Bruv, Matip is one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. Full stop. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I know what you're saying. But also what I don't want us to do is this year. You see how the fan base are crashing out on certain players, and rightly so. I feel like us doing that is almost kind of giving the manager a little bit of a blight, because everyone's making mistakes. Because you know what I noticed, and I kept on saying it over and over again in the watch along once, yeah, and Ram as well, yeah. Our tactics is we give the ball to the wide players, and the rest of the team go, we're going to stand back. Now watch them cook and take on all the players and see if they can create something. What kind of tactic is that? Everyone stands around when the wide players have the ball and we sit back. Because remember, the fullbacks invert. It all gets all central. And we allow the wide players to we act like they're Robin and Ribery or something in their prime right now. Like, these guys cannot do take-ons at a high clip. They can't. They can drive with the ball. But in terms of taking guys on and offsetting the defense, they cannot do that. So why would the manager allow these players to keep doing the same thing over and over again?
Because he's crap.
And don't get me started with the midfield. Do you know when I knew we had a problem, guys? When Gravenberch revealed after the Everton game, remember you got man of the match, and then there was, Grav, you're getting a couple of goals now. He's like, yeah. And he's like, you seem very happy about it. He's like, yeah. The manager, he's told, give me more license to go forward.
I'll say this.
I said, hold on, what? You are the CDM, and the manager has given you more license to get forward. Months last year, what did you call Gravenberch last year?
Gravy boat. And
what else? Did you not put him in the conversations? One of the best DMs in the Premier League.
No, he was.
He was in the conversation.
That year he was.
And rightly so. So he knows. So to give Slot credit, he's unlocked Gravenberch. Yeah. And then do you know what? I see the football we played last year. I didn't really like it, it was Klopp's team. I made the adjustments that made us to win the game, but now I want people to understand what I'm about. I'm sick and tired of people talking about Klopp. I'm going to show people I can dominate football. I can dominate a league. You see, when we play football, I get all of that when I watch us play football. It's the arrogance. How dare you think you can roll up to a game and play 3-1-6 Austin 316 midfield? How dare you? Who the hell who told you that we can have one midfielder in the middle of the park and think we're going to be competitive? Who told you that? The arrogance. Guys, feel
The
free to chime in.
difference is,
I will
as I said,
say,
no, go on.
I was gonna say, with all this talk about the centre backs and everything, I think put any centre back partnership in this system, it gets found out easily. Gets found out very easily. Regardless if it's Kanate, whether it's Verge, whether it's Saliba, whether it's Huijsen, whether it's flipping Rudiger. I think the way that our defensive organization are balanced in transition as well, it just gets found out. And one thing we said last season, we barely gave any clear-cut chances to the opposition for two things. Transition-wise, we barely got transition done. And the centre-backs, when they're asked to defend, they defended well. They defended well. We got to keep it above. But it all starts off with how the defense is structured, how the midfield is structured. We talk about how great Arsenal is, right? We don't talk about just Saliba and Gabriel being a great partnership. We talk about the fact that Timber's also there. We also got to point out the fact that Calafiori has changed into an incredible left back. We talk about Declan Rice as well. Importance to that midfield, both going forward and going back. We talk about that. And and I don't like to do the comparisons, but because they're the best defensively in the league, we have to compare it to ourselves. There is no structure in our defense. Nothing at all. But if you want to talk about personnel, yeah, you can give them the criticism they deserve. But you're telling me if it's all on the personnel or on the quality of the defenders, I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. It's basically down to the organization and the balance. I tell you what, you can put Stam, Nesta, Maldini in that centre back areas, they still won't be able to sort this all out.
It wouldn't be 4-1. It wouldn't happen the way it happened yesterday.
Say that again, Sebo. Say that again.
I said it wouldn't happen the way it happened yesterday.
I don't know about that. We were getting ran through left, right, and centre.
I think you could literally, like,
for sure,
you could put any defender there.
You guys are still doing it even now. Still doing it. Still doing it, bro.
You could put Gabriel.
Wake up, man. Them wake up. Wake up, man.
You need to understand,
you could put
bro.
Gabriel and Saliba. You could put Gabriel and Saliba in there.
I didn't say Gabriel and Saliba. You just named some of the three of the best defenders of all time. Wake up, man. Them.
And I tell you what, we'll still lose the game.
Did I say we wouldn't still lose the game, or did I say it wouldn't be as bad as what we saw yesterday?
Rather,
if you put or ugly, I'm not going to use the OGs. If you put Arsenal, who have the best defensive record right now, if you put their centre backs in Liverpool system, are we still losing games? Yes or no?
I think we are still losing games. Maybe not as many games, but I think we are still losing games. But those two centre backs haven't won shit. So I'm not referred to those centre backs. Now, are they better performing centre backs than ours? Yeah, it's not hard to be better performing centre backs.
They have the best defense in the league. They are, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
But why?
Two things can be true, though, Matt. Two things can be true.
No. What I'm saying is,
by their system, and Liverpool's defenders are not being helped by their system. So we're going to look a lot worse than what.
All right. So if you put, if you put Liverpool centre backs in Arsenal system, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen?
They'd look a lot better. Would they not look like the Liverpool of last year at least? Or do you get on ground with this?
Matt, we saw it last season.
But I said Konate's been bad since January, so that still includes last year. So regardless of what system Konate's playing in, I still believe he's overrated.
What's the narrative been from a lot of people where after January? A lot of people been saying it about the manager. The manager after January stopped playing the system that he played, started to implement.
People kept on saying since the turn of the year we've been bad. So I guess that coincides with Konate's
bad form. I thought it was after we won the Premier League, but that's fair. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Before we won the Premier League.
I mean, we were going off what's it called? Obviously the merging stream that Matt did on the show. Subscribe to the Matt One show. That's what the narrative was. He changed it. He changed it in Jan.
He did.
I hear what you're saying. I think, as I said, two things can be true. I'm not saying the defenders aren't getting. I'm not going to repeat myself. I already said the defenders aren't getting enough help, and the structure is exposing every single player in this team. But as I said, there's still things that we need to point out, which is the lack of fundamentals. You can have a shit system, shit manager, shit tactics, there's a way to lose games. And what we saw yesterday wasn't the way to lose a game. What we saw against Brentford wasn't the way to lose a game. What we saw against Forest wasn't the way to lose a game. Bearing in mind, 2 of the 3 of those games were at home. Van Dijk is the captain of the football club. And if you are going to be held on the world-class best centre-back title, or Konate, second best defender in the league, as what you don't like to call him, never in my world. But if you man want to call him that, then you're measured on a different expectation. That means when everything's going bad, not every game, but then most games are going to say, like how we were speaking about Szoboszlai, he's the only one that can really say that, we tried. He's the one who can say he left it all out there on the pitch. Not do what I saw Van Dijk do last game. Not see Konate swinging at footballs and missing them and making key mistakes every single game. That's the difference. Konate, up to the mistake, wasn't having a bad game. I said it at half time. I said Konate's actually been pretty good in the first half. And if he continued his performance for the rest of the game and we still lost that game, you wouldn't really want to single him out in this conversation, because you go, at least in isolation of last game, Konate done his job and the team let him down. Virgil van Dijk done his job and the team let him down. They all let themselves down. Yes, the manager's crap, but the players let themselves down. They did.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, maybe bar Szoboszlai, let themselves down. And even Szoboszlai, when Szoboszlai's your best midfielder, we have a problem. I done said that. When Van Dijk is looking so washed, Salah, everything Salah is trying to do is not pulling off. He can't.
I think that's a discredit to Szoboszlai, almost. I get what you're trying to say.
I know what
you're trying to say. You're trying to say if he's your best.
Your strongest runner should never be your best player.
Your engine shouldn't be
engine. I understand. All right. No. I get what you're going with it.
It's not a Szoboszlai thing. It could have been Henderson. It could have, brother. If Henderson was our best player, it's a problem.
Well, you say that. Even though I don't know. Even though, listen, do you know what's so crazy? You're right, and I disagree with it at the same time. Do you want to know why? Because you see the 1920 season where we won the league.
He was wonderful. Gerrard was wonderful. He was wonderful. Sorry, Gerrard. I'm saying Gerrard. Henderson wrapped up. Yeah.
Gerrard was a powerhouse on engine.
He wrapped up what he was, and I sat there and said, I thought he was cold, but I still would have given it to like Virgil. But anyway, listen, we move on.
I'm just saying.
I get the premise, though. I know what you mean.
If he's categorically astronomically clear, because Szoboszlai is astronomically clear our best player right now. Like, do you see what I mean? And I'm not saying Szoboszlai is just an engine. My point is if the guy who, even though he's more than an engine,
he's doing everything.
He's best at, like,
it should be McAllister, in your opinion, or Gravenberch.
No, it shouldn't be. No. I don't think it should be a specific other player. I'm just saying, if you're reliant, if the runner you're reliant on is your best player, you have a problem. Henderson should not be Liverpool. If you're fighting for titles, Jordan Henderson shouldn't be. If he is our best player for a couple of games, he shouldn't be categorically astronomically our best player. And if you look at and you can't throw Gerrard in there, because Gerrard was our best player. Gerrard was our best player.
He was a
oh yeah.
Some people in the start throwing Gerrard in. No. Gerrard was our best player. Like,
no. You can't put Gerrard in the conversation. You're mad. You're going mad.
So what I'm saying is that it's not a Szoboszlai thing. I threw Henderson in there as well. Who, again, I was a fan of Henderson. Do you know what I'm saying? Every team needs a Henderson. The team needs a Szoboszlai, but there is no one else to rely on, and it's horrible. It's not good enough. We have no good attackers, and the only good attacker we had is injured. He's now injured.
Yeah.
There is no player that looks good in this system. I've never seen Van Dijk look this cooked, apart from 23, 20, 22, 23. He had a period in 22,
after the quad season.
It was the year. So, when he made the comeback here, it was the year after the comeback. So he made his comeback and he was good. And then the year after, he was moving a bit mad still.
It was the year after that.
Yeah.
And I think that at that point, the legs had gone, but we hadn't filled out the team like how we did now. And yes, people are going to say we're imbalanced now, but it doesn't take a balanced and Liverpool can still be imbalanced and beat Brentford and beat PSV and beat Nottingham Forest.
No, I hear it.
When people talk about the team being imbalanced, that means for Liverpool to go on and do better things after winning the league, you need to fill in all the little potholes that you might feel like could have been an issue despite the fact that you still won. That's what I mean. People are still looking at us as big bad Liverpool. People are still looking at us as the Premier League champions. People are still looking at us like a world-class European side when they say our squad is imbalanced. But the squad is not as bad as the squad is nowhere near as bad as what we're seeing. We should at least be outscoring the teams like Brentford, like the teams I just mentioned, we should at least be outscoring them. And even if we're going to concede 1 or worst case 2, we should be scoring 3s and 4s. We took 27 shots and scored once. They took 9 shots and scored 4 times. So for everyone that said we were good in the first half, no, we just ran a bit harder. That's all it was. We ran a bit harder. We huffed and puffed. We tried. Huffed and puffed. There was nothing in the final third. Nothing from Salah. Ekitike, oh, he looks better than everyone else. Ekitike wasn't that great either. Best out of a bad bunch. Trying to get a goal himself because he's frustrated that he's not starting games and he's shooting at times he shouldn't be shooting at. It's as simple as that. Should he been fouled? Should he been a penalty? Absolutely.
Ekitike was all right, but
was all right.
But better of a bad bunch though. 100% better of a bad bunch.
If I was a manager,
nothing to
if I was a manager, I would have stripped Van Dijk of the captaincy and give it to Szoboszlai. We did it with Hyypiä.
I wouldn't do that.
Julia did it with Hyypiä.
I think that's doing too much because what you got to understand is that's gonna cause more unrest now.
Yeah, bad run of game.
You're embarrassed. You're embarrassing now.
If he's bad for 1-2 years, then I agree. Like,
just because he's going through a bad patch, you don't skip him captaincy.
You don't skip him and give it to someone who's been good.
I'm gonna ask you all this. Yeah, is he showing the qualities of a captain?
He's just running them. The qualities of a captain is more than just. He's not telling people. He's not delegating people what to do. Szoboszlai is putting in the effort that we want to see week in, week out. He's not delegating and telling people what to do. That's what a captain does.
Slot has already lost the dressing room. I promise you. You strip Van Dijk of captaincy. Them man there, you probably see. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say Szoboszlai when it was the Aston Villa and and the Real Madrid games, because that's only the games where we actually played well. He was the one that was organizing, doing everything, telling everyone when to press, telling everyone no, we need to calm it down.
That's great though.
Our shape.
That's what we want.
That's what a captain does.
He's learning. No, but he's learning. Ram, listen, we can't. Do you know what it is? Virgil van Dijk is too experienced in this thing.
What's he learning?
No, Ram. Let me stop you right there. You can't.
He's hungry, man.
Ram,
there's nothing to learn. You either are or you aren't.
Virgil's been doing this thing for time. Szoboszlai is still new in the block, especially in Liverpool. And being a captain is more than just doing things on the pitch, it's off the pitch as well. You have to have a very good understanding and know the city. You think any foreigner from anywhere can walk into Liverpool and just be like, I'm the captain. You don't work like that. And when I say foreigner, it's because you need to know the city. You need to know your surroundings,
Matt,
bro.
You're entertaining it too much. Ram's just doing the my favorite player. He's just doing the my favorite player thing. Szoboszlai's been brilliant, but to say someone should be our captain because he's the best performing player and he's still showing effort after us going on a 9 and 12 losing streak.
Here we go. This player agenda thing, bro.
It's not an agenda, but it's not an agenda. Like.
I'm not doing no agenda, Tim, bro. But
it's not an agenda. Me and Moss just saying you don't change the captaincy. All right, let me ask you this, Moss. Let's say we strip Virgil van Dijk of captaincy. What do you think is actually going to happen,
bro? No, Matt.
No, I'm saying it to Ram. Any player. No. We can get so Ram. Virgil van Dijk's been stripped to captaincy. Goes to whoever. What do you think is going to happen?
Humble the guy, bro.
So you want to humble Van? This is what I'm saying.
There you go. There you go. He's doing the my favorite player thing, bro. It's just all right. Like that's all it is, bro. Like, and look, a man is saying why is Monts dissing Matt, did I diss Sobo just then by saying?
Yeah, but this Sobo, I think people need to understand when Monts is talking about Szoboszlai, yeah, he's made it abundantly clear. Just because he may not maybe rate him as high as others, he's not saying he's rubbish. And not only that, when he's speaking about the captaincy, he never once said Szoboszlai can't be a future captain maybe down the line. His minor Monty's point is you should not be stripping the captaincy of Virgil van Dijk because Liverpool are going through a bad time. That does not make, for me anyway. I respect you, Ram. I'm just saying
that's exactly what I said.
That just doesn't correlate like that. The two things are so separate. Like it's mad. But again, I respect your decision, Ram.
That's all it is. Like I said, I think it's abundantly clear that all the players are just.
By the way, if it was my favorite player thing, Alisson would be captain. Let's not forget that.
Ram, don't let the comments get you now. Don't worry.
Bro. Yeah. No, I mean it's more to Mons as well because everyone knows my favorite player is Alisson, not Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
Even so, as I said, like I just think personally that it's too easy now to speak on the manager. We know he's a scrub. We know he doesn't deserve to be here anymore. I'm always going to be thankful for what he's done. And actually, a part of me still feels sad that it's happening this way after being on such a high. A part of me still really wanted him to go on and do great things. You know, sorry, a part of me still wants him. Sorry, I said that wrong. A part of me still wants him to go on and do great things.
He won us the league.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I just think it is a proper lose-lose situation where you sack him. Once he is gone, we're gonna feel bad. You're gonna feel bad because how did it get from this to this? You know, but it's gonna have to be done. You don't sack him and you see him falling deeper and deeper into a plot hole that he's not gonna be able to get himself out of. And you know, you live long enough to see your hero turn into a villain, unfortunately. And it gets worse, and he takes Liverpool down with him as long as all the players that we rate. And the longer he's here, all these agendas, Virgil's never that good anyway. Salah's just a GA merchant.
Yeah, this is what people are trying to do, rewrite history. Yeah.
People are going to rewrite history more and more.
Yeah.
The worse we get. And
agreed.
Liverpool are not feared anymore. Just like in 22-23.
Yeah.
Liverpool, no one was scared of Liverpool. Wolves are rocking up and beating us. Brian was rocking up and beating us 3-0 and that, like, you know what I'm saying? All these guys were just rocking up and just having no fear. Again, at Liverpool, Joe Gomez, I remember, was the Kanate right now. Joe Gomez was going through what Kanate was going through 3 years ago. And people were, you know, Ice Spice, you know, all the memes, internet meme. And he hasn't really recovered fully since then. I think
he had one season left back. He had the one season at left back, remember?
Yeah, he went left back next season and he killed it. So I'm going to retract what I said there. I'm going to retract what I said now. I was wrong about that. But
it was Ice Spice and Bambi on Ice.
No, you're right. And then he had that one season at left back. Was it second to last season with Klopp or last season?
It was 13-14 Carabao Cup winning season. He was probably one of the best in the league. Absolute. Yeah, he killed it there, man. He killed it. But yeah, it's that's all I'm saying on that. As I said, with Van Dijk, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with Van Dijk. I'm just absolutely disgusted with Van Dijk with everything he's doing. He still looks good in certain areas, like, you know, you see when he pops the ball through the lines, when he's on the ball, and he still does little things where you know he's a good defender on the ball. But that's what good defenders on the ball do. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the best.
He's a ball playing centre back, isn't it? Yeah,
and we name him the best of the best. Now, as much as I don't like, he will never be Terry. Oh, he will never be not Terry. Sorry, he will never be Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand was like QPR at this age, so I don't want to hear that. But at the end of the day, we gave him the money. We call him the best of the best. And even though he's being exposed, you don't do what you done yesterday and in the other games. You don't jog, bro. You just don't do that.
I know he's a captain once. I think he's had enough, you know. You know against Forest.
I agree.
Do you see the outcry at Forest?
I spoke to you on the phone and I told you what I was holding it. I spoke to you on the phone, bro.
I know.
I think this has been a long time coming, unfortunately. And
yeah, that conversation was insightful still. I can't lie. Yeah, I hear
and it looks like it's probably more true than it should be. And I just look at guys like Mo. Mo's everyone knows how I feel about Mo. And it's just a painful watch every game. Just a painful watch. At least with Cody, he's trying. I'm not saying Mo's not trying. I think both wingers are just
no, I think Mo's trying, but he's worse.
Yeah, it's worse. And
it's not like he gets the ball and he just kind of stands there and waits to get tackled. Yeah, he actually tries to punch the ball
all the time. What I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna get snapshots of the wingers when they receive the ball.
Why? But on Mo, why is the likes of Curtis Jones asking him to stay wide instead of going closer to goal?
Not Curtis Jones, the manager's instruction.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Why is it? Because it's implemented by design, bro.
I know. But Ram, players aren't covering spaces. So, for example, when when Kirkes gets the ball and he goes and gives it to Gakpo. Yeah. Gakpo gets two defenders stood in front of him.
Yeah.
The wing backs stand in the inside midfield. They become centre midfielders. The wing backs
become tens.
Become inside midfielders.
Yeah.
And then the midfielders are in the box. And then Kirkes might make an underlapping run. So the ball can be played into that channel. But apart from that, Cody has to beat 2-3 players every time to make something happen.
I'm
That
talking-
is
I'm
not what
talking- I'm
that is
not
not what
talking
every
about
winger
Cody,
should do. And then I'm saying the same thing with Salah. That's the same thing that's happening. And we know Salah's ability to beat 2-3 players died off in 2022, 23 season. We know that
Hey.
he stopped doing that 3 years ago. So, you know, seeing, and then on top of that, we don't cover the spaces. So we all know if you have inverted wing backs, then the midfielders cover the inverted wing backs. Xhaka and Zinchenko did it 3 years ago. We saw the perfect example of it was Zinchenko, Xhaka, Martinelli. Zinchenko inverts, Xhaka dictates and sits in that left back position inside, just behind the midfielder, or they'll swap when needed, gives Martinelli the space, and Xhaka will even overlap at times. He'll even overlap, and then the wing back will then drop back into position when that overlap provided. All it is just covering spaces for the man next to you. Covering spaces. And we don't cover any spaces. The perfect goal was the first goal we conceded against, the only goal we conceded against Frankfurt. The goal we conceded against Frankfurt was even though we won the game 5-1, it was a horrible goal to concede. We lost the ball in the corner of the pitch. Szoboszlai standing in the middle of the pitch with a man over here and a man over there. And if he goes to the right, they're going to pass it to the left. He goes to the left, they're going to pass it to the right. So he decides to win the ball, try to win the ball high, so the pass can't get played. The ball gets passed past him, they break. It's another transition, and they score. And the sad thing is that Liverpool are getting as many transitions as we're facing. Maybe not as many, but we're still getting a lot of
We're
transitions.
still getting quite a bit, you're right, but we're just not utilizing them.
Yeah, we had a lot of 3v2s yesterday, 4v3s yesterday. We also had a lot against Forest. We also had a few against Brentford. We also had a few against City. But when we get in our 3v2s, Ekitike was on the ball. He cut in, tried to do something, ended up passing it backwards. Cody Gakpo tried to cut in, passing it backwards. Salah got the ball, had to pass it backwards.
Even Szoboszlai. We were talking about player agenda. Even Szoboszlai wasn't playing them passes through towards Salah or Gakpo.
I'm trying to get
and that's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not his fault necessarily, because you shouldn't be like, oh, he's the one who needs to go and score a screamer every single time he gets the ball. You look at every time we have a forward transition and we're outnumbering the defense, I just feel like we're not going to score. I generally feel like we're not going to score.
Same.
And that's simple as it is. And unfortunately, I remember when Firmino would get the ball and he had Salah and Mane to the right of him, I know the right decision was being made.
Because I know. But his IQ's off. But he's got the best IQ out of all the forwards anyway.
It could have been RIP Jota, Salah and Mane. And cool. It might not have been to the level of Firmino, but at least Jota makes the right one. How about this? Even Darwin Núñez would make the unselfish run. No one.
He would. To be fair,
I haven't seen an unselfish run outside of Chiesa and Szoboszlai. Who makes unselfish runs? Since Diaz as well. Sorry, put Diaz in there. No one makes any unselfish runs.
Just stagnant.
Maybe Ekitike at the start of the season. Maybe Ekitike, you could say, start of the season. Some unselfish runs.
When you say unselfish runs, I mean runs past the back line to try and drag the defenders across.
It can be both. It all counts. Look at the positions.
Just look at this.
What
is this?
What is that?
What I'm saying.
5 up top. What is that?
Look at Curtis Jones is.
You know, let me try to fix this.
Crazy, man.
As I said, guys, I've got a shoot in it, but
we're about to wrap up now. I just wanted people to understand this is what happens when Salah gets the ball. Everyone just says, let him cook. But he ain't cooking nothing.
I think one thing
it's similar to what we're saying about the centre backs. The wingers aren't going to look good when they're in these positions 24/7. Same the way Van Dijk and Konate aren't going to look good. As I said, Konate is not shit. He's not bad. He's not below average. He's a good defender. He's just not a great defender. But we're making a good defender look like a shit defender. We're making a great defender in Van Dijk look like an average defender. We're making Salah, who is aging, look like the worst, someone who's never played football before. Cody Gakpo, it looks like man are just trying and hoping something pops off. That is our attack. Let's try and hope something pops off. 27 shots.
I think
27 shots.
I know that.
1 goal. Our last 4 goals. A gifted goal from Emi Martinez. A set piece against Real Madrid from McAllister's header. Gravenberch's deflected goal versus Aston Villa. And today, a deflection from a Cody Gakpo cutting and hopeful shot.
By the way,
I haven't seen a structural goal in over a month.
I think 3 or 4 of those shots on target. I think we had 7 on target. 3 or 4 of them from Soboslai, and 3 of them were from a long range shot.
There you go. Says everything you need to say. There's no attacking patterns, no attacking structure. Everyone's just doing what they can do. And
I think the one thing and I think this is why if I'm going to get a new manager, we need to get some next level man manager, because these guys' mentality is shot. They don't look the same. Mentality monsters are gone.
Unfortunately, Ram, they don't rate the manager as well, bro. Ram, they don't.
Just quickly before you go, Mons, I don't know if you've seen it. This is breaking news. It's from Lewis still. Arne Slot retains the backing of the Liverpool hierarchy despite knowing he's under pressure to turn around their wretched run of form. Sources close to both Liverpool and Slot himself have insisted this morning.
That means he's gone. That means he's gone.
That his position as head coach is safe and that this has not changed after the defeat.
That means he's gone.
If he's gone.
Remember, what's it called? That means they're looking for someone. They're looking for someone at the
team. It is believed that Liverpool players and staff will have a day off on Friday as it stands. He's gone.
He's gone.
A day off. We got a game on freaking
on Saturday. He's gone. I'm sorry.
No, is that game on Saturday or Sunday? No, game's on Sunday. That's
Sunday.
They will undergo
that means he's gone
on Thursday, then train on Saturday before traveling down to the capital for Sunday.
That means he's gone.
Brother, please just get rid of this guy, bro. I know it sounds really harsh because of what he's done, but I can't lie. We can't go.
KJ, send me that graphic as well, please, bro. KJ, send me that.
Can't go stadium and get punch up again, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a possibility, bro. The mentality's gone.
Everyone's gonna get punched up by my cousin, bro. I'm about to get punched up by my cousin, bro.
Everyone's shot to pieces.
Like Jared Bowen and that.
You know what I mean?
And do you know so funny? You know, at the beginning of the season, I was actually not mocking it. In fact, no, I was kind of mocking it. You see, West Ham, I said they're finished. Like, they couldn't remember, they were losing games and had to change the managers. You know, I used to call them once. I used to call them Bowen and Friends. I don't call them West Ham no more. I call them Bowen and Friends. Well, how about this? Bowen and Friends is about to fist us up. Mad thing.
You'll be disrespecting the Bowen name, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, let's spell out supers and we head out of it, guys.
You know, that's the family name. You can't be disrespecting the Bowen thing. It's a family name.
Bro, I can't believe I'm about to get punched up by Bowen and the man them. I'm about to get punched up.
Legit. We're gonna get beaten.
I don't even know why I even said like we're about to get like, well, I used to call them Bowen and Friends. There's me thinking like, hey, West Ham, you know, like you let go of Kopish, you man are cooked. Flipping hell, we're cooked. Big up Akuya. Tell me why I woke up this morning when I checked internet that ball forward still had a job. Big up, Matt. I don't know, man. Big up Sammy, big up guys. Manager issue aside, is it possible that there's friction within the squad? Old guard versus new players not made to feel welcome, etc. Potentially, you never know these things. But I hear so you don't know these type of things though. That's why it's hard to kind of make them kind of judgments. We can only kind of go off, I guess, more of an educated guess in terms of what the manager is doing. People talk about Mane, Trent, Firmino, but we're paying the price for not replacing Fabinho. Get Edison in that for that role. Slot needs to go. Iriela, please. What's this? Promo. I stopped and cried. Mid-beat is crazy.
Mid-chop is insane.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's mad. That is mad.
Man had to wipe the tears off her cheeks. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
To wipe the tears off her cheeks. Like, babe, was that what I think? No, it's just, no, I was trying to be nasty, babe. It's nothing. I was trying to get nasty.
Right.
It's just a sweat, babe. It's just a sweat.
Nah, she's spooning you in that. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Hugging you up and them thing there. I hear it. Big up, guys. Can't stand the players. Players? Yeah. Endo and Kirkes don't bottle 50-50 facts. They don't. But they were. I don't. Yeah, but I'll be honest. I think I got it wrong. I said it yesterday. I think I got it wrong with Kirkes, man.
Kirkes is. I yet to.
I said it now. But I'm an honest guy. I think I got it wrong with Kirkes. He's too aggressive.
Bro,
He's just too
Kirk is like
aggressive, bro.
Kirk is like a kid with too much sugar in their system, bro. Just bare running,
No,
barely
no,
running
you're
around.
gonna get Mont started
Listen,
up
if
with
we're
his
right to
thing,
say,
man.
if you don't want to say he has ADHD,
don't just say he's not good. You can just say he's not good enough, innit?
all right, cool.
Big up Frankie.
All right, cool.
You never get so vexed. You make it personal. Have me bringing up a man's divorce when he said Salah is done for. This club destroying friendships.
What?
What? You know, you ever get so vexed, you make it personal. Have me bringing up a man's divorce.
Right.
Hold on, what?
So man said your boy said Salah's done for you. Told him to suck his mum. That's crazy.
Nah.
Basically, that's crazy.
No, a man said to
That's
him,
crazy.
Salah's done, and he said, fam, don't ever say Salah's done, because remember, you can't say nothing because you've been divorced. That's what he's basically saying.
That's mad.
That is crazy.
Right.
Frankie, I hope you're just, obviously I know you're
Hope
probably
everything's well, Frankie, bro. Hope
If it-
everything's
Man
if
are
it's a-
losing
if
life,
it's a
bro.
real
Man are
thing-
losing homies. Day ones, losing day ones. Bro.
That's mad. Virgil Van no, what a weird...
Nah, don't disrespect Wemby like that. At least that man can defend, bro.
God mad. 16%
Man,
is a
them.
typical is a mislead. Yeah. Love, bro.
Big up, big up.
Yeah,
big up,
love, bro.
big up.
Love.
At least
Oh,
Wemby can
man.
defend, bro.
Yeah, for real. Wemby can defend you, right?
He actually gets involved in defending.
I can't believe it. Oh, sorry, man. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this.
I was like, what the hell did I do?
I don't know what happened there. Hold on. I was trying to get Monts out and I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, it doesn't account for his aura. Bruv, allow it, man. Big out I agree with Mons Ibu is way more placeable than some of the fan base thinks. Feds, but obviously I'm not even gonna argue.
Yeah,
People
hear
think
it. Yeah, is that the opinion?
that. Big up Javine, why is Slot not being sacked yet? What FSG waiting for? Apparently for it to get worse. From Lewis Steele. Apparently. I need to read the full article. Big up Cyberzone, from believers to doubters. Big up Mantis, you know what's happening? Is this spell is really tarnishing the house clock built. VVD isn't even in top 10 ever. Salah is J Merchant enough. I know. They're gonna try and crash, they're trying to crash it on us still. Big up 23. Sobo losing Jules and vacate midfield 2. He's no Superman. Well, he can't do everything.
He's not
But
Superman,
he has been our best player, though. There's no denying that at all. And big up Cyberzone again. Why is his club obsessed with holidays and days off? So true, man. We got a game, but mum was just saying like we're taking a day off, blood. Right, guys. We're cooked, innit? We're just cooked. I'm gonna end the show right here, right now. I'm just it's a wrap in it. Let me see who's live. I think Ends might be live. I think. Hold on. Let me double check see who's live. I'm gonna do a redirect.
Yeah, Ends is still alive.
Let's do a redirect. We got West Ham, and I'm thinking, are we even gonna get points against Bowen and friends?
Bro,
Stark.
Bro, we're a mess. We're a mess.
The only thing we can sit here and say is that we still have players of high quality. But how long until you can't even say that anymore? I mean, obviously that will never change. But how long until you realize, okay, we got players of quality, but they're just never gonna get us out of this, even if that because the manager's still here. Oh my gosh, this is only gonna get worse.
Zero tactics, zero mentality, zero hope, bro. Zero hope is gone. Hope is gone, bro. We're just like, yeah, next game, next L. This is peak.
Blasted foolishness.
So dead. So
right, chat. You'll be redirected to Ends. He's live now. I might have been joined for a bit myself as well. Big up Ends. I'm not used to this, man. Getting punch up week in, week out, and just have to just like there's nothing you can do. Am I an idiot?
we can't do anything, bro. Swear to God.
Getting punch up every week by these blasted teams. Nah, man. Manager has to go. I don't care. Nah. I don't listen. If you're still slotting, I'm gonna be real. I respect your opinion, but just don't talk to me about it if you're still slotting. Just don't talk
Yeah.
to me about it. I respect it, but that's your. Just I don't think we can reason.
Nothing would change.
I don't think I can reason with someone that's still slotting right now. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's just me being honest. I'm not saying it's wrong to be slotting. I'm just saying the amount of frustration that I have towards the manager. Yeah, it's just I don't think I can do the reasoning thing right now.
Nothing will
can't.
change my mind, bro. Nothing
I
will
can't
change
do
my
the
mind.
reasoning thing. I just it's so far left that it's a wrap. But anyway, we keep it moving. Chat, listen. We're gonna end it here. Big up the big up ends, big up Ram, big up Monts. Their links to their channels will be in the description of this video. I'll get that updated straight away. Ram, do you have anything coming up on your channel by any chance, or anything that you're doing lately, bro?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a stream about this crisis, bro. What was it crisis stream number 9 or number 8 of all the streams that we've done? Like, come
Yeah.
on, we have to do one. We have to talk about this shit, bro, because this is getting serious. It's getting serious.
I'm gonna be real. I might have to do another. This one won't even be Civil War. It will just be
Emergency.
It will just be a board meeting between all Liverpool content creators. Cause it's mad. I don't even know who's still slutting at this point. I don't know who
Loads of people have turned. I've seen it on social media. Loads of people have turned.
I don't know, but I think I might have to get another Avengers thing still.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll see what I go on.
it's wrong.
I'm just thinking, like, why is it got to be galvanize the squad when we're losing? Why didn't we galvanize this freaking squad when we freaking won? Like, it's just And then people, listen, I'm out. People, don't worry, I'm gonna try and pattern something up. I know we need to have conversation in it, so it needs to be done still. So I won't make promises, but I'll see what I can do for next week, innit? Yeah, it would be endgame. I can't lie. It would be endgame. 100. People, listen.
Infinity War. We never know.
No, I'll be endgame because there's only one way this goes. Unless yeah. Anyway, I don't want to give away too much concept, but yeah. People, listen, bless up, stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled to the channel, my channel, Enz's channel, Ram's channel, Big Six Bands. Yeah, people. Team Kop-ish, LFC Focus Show. We're out, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love.